Hello dear students, so in today's class we are discussing the preparation of alkenes. Okay, so in previous class already we are discussing the some chemical reaction of alkenes. So today we are going to discuss how we can prepare the alkenes by different methods. Okay, so this is very important method to prepare the alkenes. So first of all we will see first method from alkynes. Okay students, so we can take alkynes and by hydrogenation method. So we can add the hydrogen by using some catalyst and we have to prepare what? Alkene. So see, this is very simple method from alkyne, first method. Okay, so we are discussing preparation of alkyne. So this is the first method from alkynes. So you know the alkynes. So that is a aliphatic unsaturated hydrocarbons which contain the carbon-carbon triple bond. Alkynes everybody know, carbon-carbon triple bonded compound. Okay, so let us see one simple example here. So I will take general example R C triple bond C and then this R means alkyl group. So we can take CS3 or CTH5, any group will take. Okay, so this is what? Alkynes. Okay students, so now we'll take in the alkynes and here we can add hydrogen H2. Okay, and we are using the catalyst, so you can use here palladium Pd and carbon. Okay, so when so there is a two kind of reactions. If you change the catalyst, then product going to be changed. So here we are taking the alkynes, correct, and we are adding the hydrogen. So this is type of hydrogenation reaction. So very simple students. So out of these two hydrogen, one hydrogen going to be attached to this carbon and one hydrogen going to be attached to this carbon. Okay, so very simple, and automatically the double bond will be shifted. So now in this case we'll get a cis compound. Okay, so already in previous class we discussing what are the cis and trans. So across the carbon-carbon double bond, if same group is present, we can see is what? Cis. And if across the carbon-carbon double bond, if opposite group is present, so what we can say? It is a trans. Okay, so already we discussing in isomerism, you can watch that video. So how we can see cis and trans isomerism. Okay students, so here how we'll get a cis and trans? Just see here. So when you can use the palladium and carbon, we'll get a cis product. So let you see how product will get. So this carbon-carbon double bond. So now triple bond gets converted into double bond because we can add another two hydrogens. Clear? So this R we can write upper side and this R also I will write upper side. Okay, now this hydrogen, whatever hydrogen we are joining, so one hydrogen going to be attached to this carbon and one hydrogen to this carbon, like this. Get it students? So what you are observing here, so across the carbon-carbon double bond, so this hydrogen will on same side. Get it? So if it is on same side, so it is a cis. So cis alkene. So what is the name? Cis alkene. So this is general example, and this R will be on same side. Get it? So same group across the carbon-carbon double bond. If it is the same side, we can say is what? Cis. And if it is in opposite side, we can say is what? Trans. Let you see the example of trans. But in case of this reaction, we can change the catalyst. Okay students. So we'll see the same example. R C triple bond C and this R. Okay, and here also we are adding H2. Hydrogenation reaction is here, but here students, so we are changing the catalyst. Instead of this palladium, so we are using the sodium Na, and we are using the liquid ammonia NH3. Get it students? Liquid ammonia we are using. So now position of this hydrogen and this alkyl group going to be changed. We'll get a trans position. Let you see this double bond as it is, carbon-carbon double bond. Okay students, now one hydrogen joined to this carbon and another hydrogen joined to this carbon. Now this R joined to this and R joined to this. So what you are observing here, yes, the position of R and R, it is exactly opposite side, and in case of the hydrogen also, it is also opposite side across the carbon-carbon double bond. It is called as a trans. Now clear students? So this is a trans alkene. Understand? Trans alkene will get here if you change the catalyst. So here we are using the palladium. So the position of hydrogen on same side. Get it? And alkyl group means R also on same side, but here the hydrogen and R, it is exactly opposite side. So in this way here we'll get what? Trans-alkene. Let us see the general example now. See here I am taken the CH2 double bond CH2. Okay students, and we are using hydrogen, direct reaction we can write. So here we can using the palladium and carbon. So this is a type of hydrogenation reaction. Hydrogenation in the sense we can add the hydrogen. So very simple reaction here. So two hydrogens are there. So what happens students? Sorry, we can take here CH triple bond CH, because we are preparing the alkynes by using alkynes. Okay, from alkynes. So this is what? CH triple bond CH means what? Yes, very simple. CH triple bond CH, it is ethyne. Two carbon and triple bond, it is ethyne. We are added the two hydrogen. Okay students, so what happened in this reaction? So when one hydrogen join to the CH, this double bond will shift, and one more hydrogen join to the CH. Now hydrogen join to the CH, it convert into CH2. Again one hydrogen join to this CH, it convert into CH2. So what will get? CH2 double bond CH2. Now get it? So we are added two hydrogen. Now here only CH. If you add one CH, it convert into CH2. Again we are added one more hydrogen to this CH, it convert into CH2, and now this triple bond gets converted into double bond, and this is your product, that is what? Ethene. Now clear students? So how we'll prepare ethene? By using the ethyne. So this is very simple method. So we'll let you see one more example. So this is the fourth example. CH3 C triple bond CH. Yes, what is the name? So how many carbons are here? Yes, total how many carbons? 1, 2, 3. Correct, 3 carbons. It is a parent alkane, we can say it is what? Propane. But triple bond is there, obviously we can say is what? Propyne. So what is this? Propyne. So now if you add the hydrogen, if you do the hydrogenation process, so we are adding the two hydrogen, and same catalyst we are using palladium and carbon. So very simple students, what happened? Tell me now. So two hydrogen, where it is going to join? So one hydrogen join to this carbon. Get it? Now this double bond will shift, and one more hydrogen attached to this CH. So simply what we'll get? So this CH3 as it is. Get it? Now this one hydrogen joined to this carbon means here we will get CH. Okay students, now this triple bond convert into double bond. Now clear, because when the hydrogen will attach, so this one bond will shift, and one more hydrogen joined to this CH, it convert into CH2. So what is the name? CH3CH double bond CH2. Double bond means it is alkene. Yes, it is a propyne. Very simple. It is what? Propyne. So in exam they are asking the question like this. How will you prepare propyne? By using this is a propyne, this is a propene, not a propyne. So because double bond is there now, how will you prepare propene? By using propyne. YN means triple bond and EN means what? Double bond. So what question will ask in exam? How will you prepare propene? By using propyne. So very simple reaction this one. Okay students, so just take a screenshot. I will explain another reaction. Okay, take a screenshot fast. Okay students, so let you see the second method. So this is very important method to prepare the alkenes. So by using alkyl halides. So do you know alkyl halides? Yes, RX. Okay, so alkyl halides already you know. R is the alkyl group and X is the halogen. We can use any halogen. And by using the alkyl halides, by dehydrohalogenation method, dehydrohalogenation means there is a removal of hydrogen as well as halogen simultaneously. Very simple term. So here I am writing dehydrohalogenation. So what is the meaning of dehydrohalogenation? D means remove. Okay, so what they are removing? Hydrogen as well as halogens. So both are removed simultaneously. We can say is what? Dehydrohalogenation. Okay, let us see the example here. So we are taken the alkyl halides. We can take the ethyl chloride. Okay, very simple. And when alkyl halides, we can treat it with alcoholic KOH. So obviously, so there is a losing the water molecule as well as potassium chloride. Very simple. Let you see the example here. Then you can easily understand. So for simplification, I will write like this. CH3, I will write like this. Carbon and then these three hydrogens. Okay students. Then CH2 I will write like this, CH2Cl we can write like this. So direct I will take the example. So this is your Cl. Okay, so this carbon 3 hydrogen means it is CH3, then this carbon 2 hydrogen CH2 and this Cl. So it is what? Ethyl chloride. Now clear students, it is what? Ethyl chloride. When this ethyl chloride reacts with alcoholic KOH, alcoholic KOH means alcohol we can KOH we can dissolve in alcohol. So this is alcoholic KOH, and when you have to heat, so there will be the beta elimination takes place. This is the alpha carbon. You remember, first halogen attached carbon is alpha, and this is your beta carbon. So from this beta hydrogen is removed. Beta carbon hydrogen means this hydrogen will remove, and this potassium and this Cl, KCl will remove very simply. So how this reaction takes place? So this is ethyl chloride, and we are taken the alcoholic KOH. When you are using the KOH, okay, alcoholic, then dehydrohalogenation reaction takes place very simply. So this K and this Cl like this, KCl will remove. Let you clear students? So this potassium and this KCl will remove. Now this OH group, that is a minus charge, and this hydrogen, because this is a beta elimination means beta carbon hydrogen will remove, this hydrogen will remove, okay, and this OH means H2 will remove. So what remains students? When this bond will also break, what remains? This carbon and 2 hydrogen, this carbon and 2 hydrogen, automatically double bond will come. So we can write here CH2 double bond CH2. Okay, so this is what? Ethene. And what is the product? Byproduct? KCl plus water. So potassium chloride is removed and water molecule will remove as a byproduct. All of you clear students? So very simply, from alkyl halide we are taken here ethyl chloride, and that ethyl chloride we can treat it with alcoholic KOH. So we can heat this. So after heating, so they can remove the potassium chloride, this K and this Cl will remove, and now from the beta carbon, so this is alpha carbon, this is a beta. So from beta, so when hydrogen is removed, we can see the beta elimination reaction. So another name of this reaction is what? Beta elimination. And what you are observing students, so in this reaction, halogen also remove and hydrogen also remove. Get it? So that's why you can say is what? Dehydrohalogenation reaction. Dehydro means hydrogen and halogen both are removed simultaneously. So here Cl also removed and this hydrogen also removed. Get it students? So this is very important commercial method to prepare the ethene. So in exam, how they are asking the question? How ethene will prepare? By using ethyl chloride. Okay, so by the dehydrohalogenation method or by beta elimination method. Now clear students, let you see the third method from vicinal dihalides. Okay, so third method is very important from vicinal dihalides. From vicinal dihalides. Okay, from vicinal dihalides we can prepare what? Alkenes. So vicinal and geminal, these are the two different terms, you know that. So vicinal dihalide means two halogen which is attached to the adjacent carbon. So that is a vicinal dihalides. So already we are discussing vicinal and geminal. So vicinal, that terms, vicinal is nothing but what? If two halogen, it is going to be attached to the adjacent carbon. So I will give an example here. So see this. So bromine means this is halogen Br. I will write here CH2. Now it's CH2 and now it's Br. So what you are observing students? So this bromine and this bromine which is attached to the adjacent carbon. Okay, when it is attached to the adjacent carbon, we can say is what? Vicinal dihalides. Vicinal dihalides, you remember this term. And geminal means what? Suppose we are taken this 2 carbon, and if this bromine will attach to the same carbon, so both bromine will attach on same carbon, that is a geminal dihalides. What is the difference of geminal and vicinal? So if any compound, so if two halogen which is going to be attached to the same carbon, yes, so it is attached on same carbon, so this is what? Geminal. You remember, geminal dihalides. Geminal dihalides. Now clear students, geminal means what? Dihalides. The dihalide in which two halogen which is going to be attached on a same carbon atom. So that is what? Geminal dihalides. Let you clear everybody? So this is geminal dihalides. We can write here CH3 and this we can write here H. So now this bromine will join to the same carbon. So this is what? Geminal dihalides. And in case of the vicinal, what you are observing? So this bromine attached to the CH2 and this bromine attached to the CH2. Means it is attached to the adjacent carbon. What is the definition of vicinal dihalide? The dihalide in which two halogen which is going to be attached on a different carbon. Get it? Very simple. So that is the vicinal dihalides. And what are the geminal? When two halogen which is going to be attached on a same carbon atom. So here this is a carbon and these two halogen will attach on same carbon. Let you clear everybody this one. So now in this reaction, so we can treat it with zinc. Okay. So this is a zinc powder we can add it here. So very simple, students. So what happened here? So I will just rub this portion. Okay. See now. So here we are added a zinc and we just heated this. So we are taken this vicinal dihalide. So what is the name? So this is the first carbon, this is the second. So on first carbon bromine is attached, on second carbon bromine is attached. So we can write 1,2-dibromo. 1,2-dibromo ethane. Let you clear? 1,2-dibromo ethane. So when we can reheat it with zinc, so what happens? So this zinc can abstract both hydrogen, both halogens. So this zinc can take on the both Br. So this Br and this Br. Okay, like this portion will remove. So this zinc and this Br and this Br, Z and Br2 will remove. So what left here? CH2 means obviously CH2 double bond CH2. So it is what? Ethene. And what is the byproduct ones? Z and Br2, zinc dibromide. Okay, so this zinc can abstract this bromine and this bromine. Z and Br2 will remove, and obviously when this bond will break, this and this, so obviously automatically double bond will come, CH2 double bond CH2, and simply what will get here? Ethene. So in exam, how they are asking the question, how will you prepare ethene? By using 1,2-dibromo ethene. Okay, 1,2-dibromo ethene. Or sometimes they are asking the question, prepare the ethene by using vicinal dihalides. So very simple example. Let you see one more example, students. So this is the first example. So we'll see the another example, CH3. Now I will write here CH. Again one more bromine I will attach. Br, CH2, Br. So this is also vicinal dihalides. Yes. So this is the first carbon, this is the second, this is the third. 1,2-dibromo propane. So what is the name? First carbon bromine is attached, second carbon bromine is attached. Total how many carbons? 3 carbons. So you can write 1,2-dibromo propane. 1,2-dibromo propane. Let you clear? So again it reacts with the zinc. Same reaction will be there. So we have to heat this. Okay, students. So after heating, what happened? So this zinc can remove this bromine as well as this bromine. Z and Br2 will remove. So what remain? CH3, CH, double bond, CH2. Automatically double bond will come. So because bond is breaking from this side and this side. So obviously what will get, student? CH3. Now it's come CH. Now it's come double bond CH2. So this is what? Propene. Clear? And plus ZnBr2, zinc bromide will remove. So here we'll get what? Propene by using the 1,2-dibromo propane. 1,2-dibromo propane we are taken and we are added a zinc, we'll get what? Propene. So in exam, how they are asking the question, how will you prepare propene? By using the 1,2-dibromo propane. Now clear, students? So fourth example, fourth method, so that is very important method from alcohol by acidic dehydration method. So that we'll discuss. Fourth method, here only I will write from alcohol. We can take alcohol from alcohol. So by acidic dehydration. Dehydration is nothing but removal of water molecule. Acidic dehydration is nothing but in presence of acid. So we are using here sulfuric acid. So by using the sulfuric acid, so sulfuric acid here act as a dehydrating agent. So simply students, we can take on the ethyl alcohol. I will write simply here. Yes, so this is ethyl alcohol CH3CH2H. I will simplify like this. This is CH3. Now I will write H, H and this OH. So this is ethanol. Yes, ethyl alcohol. We can say is what? Ethanol. Let you clear students? CH3, this carbon and 3 hydrogen, CH3, this carbon and 2 hydrogen, CH2OH. So now we have to heat this in presence of concentrated sulfuric acid. Okay, and we have to heat. So what happened here? So in this reaction, so dehydration takes place, means this H and this OH will remove, H2 will remove, and what remains? CH2, carbon, this 2 hydrogen, CH2 double bond CH2, CH2 double bond CH2, plus there will be the removing the water molecule. So in this way we will get ethene. That you clear students? So from alcohol we are taken ethyl alcohol. Very simple method. In one beaker we can take ethyl alcohol simply, and we just heat in presence of sulfuric acid. So this sulfuric acid, it acts as a dehydrating agent. It remove the it helps to remove the water molecule. So that's why we can see is what? Dehydration. You remember student this term? Dehydration is nothing but addition of removal of water molecule. Let it clear everybody? So this is very simple. So ethyl alcohol react with concentrated H2SO4. We have to heat. So after heating, this OH and this H will remove. Simply will get ethene. So I hope everybody clear. So in next class we are discussing the chemical reaction. So take a screenshot students. We will discuss the next reaction in next class. Take a screenshot.